parents will not be proud of any achievements and developments of their children while they were growing. Hello, Isabella! Good morning, Philippines! Welcome to Share Po More! How was your quarantine life, mga ka-share? Ngayong umaga ay pag-uusapan natin ang iba't ibang stages of cognitive development and how can we assist parents to assist their child while they were growing. We invited 4 famous personalities to explain to us deeply the development na nangyayari sa ating mga anak. Let's welcome Mr. Jefferson, Miss Jaren, and Miss Jerly. Welcome to Share Po More!
Thank you for inviting us to your show.
Oh, it's my honor, Mr. Jefferson. Hindi ko na papatagalin ito because I know all the mothers out there is excited and curious about everything while they were watching. Can you tell us something what happened during the first stages of cognitive development?
According kasi kay Piaget, the development of our child consisted of 4 stages. The first stage called the sensory-motor stage, where it started from birth to 2 years old. Where we can in this stage we can expect the development of their senses. The simple reflex become their habits. Pansin natin kapag nagbe-breastfeed sila gamit ang bottle. Then kapag ito'y nawala, they parang naghahanap sila ng magiging artificial, so they use the hand to become the artificial na bottle. At the 4 months old, they aware of things and they do the unexpected, just like playing or a toys, a drum, dancing, singing. Then the curiosity of everything's appeared. We can observe that they talking to the pet or the animals in our house because they are finding a conversation with someone or something. So also started to taste a food, and sometimes what they hear they copy it, like just like singing. If they heard a song, maybe sometimes we can hear them singing it, but not that hindi tama yung lyrics, or just like a talking, it's like bluffing like that.
What are the important milestones of Piaget sensory motor stage?
Yes, they started to sit, walk, stand, and even run. Kaya nga yung mga nasa 1-year-old to mga mag-1-year-old, they playing with their parents or either their mother, playing mothers outside the house. It's just like running, or either hide and seek. It's like that. That if that happen, it increased the physical mobility and lead the increase of cognitive development. But still, the egocentric to them remain. And how they describe the word by their point of view.
Banak ng buto, todo-todong pagkakayod. Dahil pag may tinanim, tsak na may aanin. Tanim na kape ay ibig, sa tulong nyo di susuko. At ang pagbangon natin, ang gigising sa mundo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Dahil ang pagbangon natin gising ito ang gigising sa pangarap mo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo.
Babangon tayo! Mr. Jefferson, napansin ko lang sa mga batang age 3 to 7. They know how to categorize a real object and start imagining. They asking anything out of curiosity. On what stage can we consider those things?
So this includes into our second stage of development, or what we call the pre-operational stage. This stage covers from the age of 2 to 7, wherein at the age of 2 they begins to talk and lasts until the age of 7. And during this stage, the children starts to engage in symbolic plays and learn symbols. Also, during this stage highlighted the following. First, the symbolic function, the egocentrism, the centration, the irreversibility, animism, and the transductive reasoning. So what is the symbolic function? Symbolic function, here the children can able to understand and picture an object without having an object in front of them. So dito mahilig silang mag-imagine ng mga bagay-bagay, magkunyari, halimbawa nagkukunyari silang naglalaro ng bola kahit wala naman talagang bola na nilalaro sa kanilang harapan or mismo sa kanilang mga kamay. So that includes in symbolic function. Next is the egocentrism. In egocentrism naman, they assume that they have the same perspective from the others. So dito, feeling nila pareho yung nararamdaman nilang mga bata sa ibang tao. Halimbawa, nakikita ng bata yung nanay niya na umiiyak. Then mostly kasi sa mga bata, kapag nakita na natin na umiiyak, pag binigyan natin yung mga yan ng candy or pera, okay na sila. Magiging masaya na sila. So, ganun din yung iisipin nila na kapag binigyan ng bata yung nanay niya ng candy, magiging okay na rin yung feelings niya. So, they assume that they have the same feelings from the others. Next is centration. Here in centration mostly starts at the age of 4. And they starts to develop their logic and reasoning. So, halimbawa nito, yung bata nagko-complain kasi yung natirang ice cream sa bowl ay kakaunti. Pero kung tinransfer mo yung kakaunting ice cream na yon sa mas maliit na bowl, iisipin niya marami na yon. Kasi yung mga bata sa stage ng centration, nakafocus lang sila sa isang bagay. So, in that example, yung bata nakafocus lang sa ice cream. Pero dun sa lalagyan sa bowl, hindi na niya yun pinapansin. So, that is in centration. Next is the irreversibility. So, ang irreversibility, isa ito sa, this is one of the weaknesses of pre-operational stage. It is the inability to mentally reverse a situation or a sequence. So, example nito, alam ng bata na ang 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Pero, hindi niya alam na, hindi niya maintindihan na yung 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Because, in irreversibility, they have the difficulties to understand, or they are hard to reverse a situation or a sequence. So, next is the animism. In animism, dito, iniisip nila na ang isang bagay ay may buhay o may pakiramdam. So, example nito is, yung bata, kinakausap niya yung sasakyan. Tinatanong niya kung kumain ka na ba, kung gutom ba siya, or kung pagod ba siya. Kasi ang alam ng bata, may feelings yung bagay na yon, which is, hindi naman talaga. Wala naman talaga. So, next is the transductive reasoning. Here, they fail to understand the true meaning or the true relationship of cause and effect. Halimbawa nito, yung bata nakikita niya or nararamdaman niya na malakas yung hangin sa labas. Then the child might say because someone is blowing hard, kaya malakas yung hangin sa labas. Then another example is yung tao dumaan sa puno ng kahoy. Then yung bunga is nahulog. Iisipin ng bata na kaya nahulog yung bunga is dahil dumaan yung tao.
Sir, how about how they view the world? Is there any changes or development?
None. Still, they view the world by their own perspective.
So, parents sa ating mga tahanan, huwag kayong magagalit kung maraming tinatanong ang iyong mga anak because this is the process for them to grow. Mahaba-haba pa ang kwentuhan sa pagbabalik ng Share Po More!
Ma,
Oo?
ampun po ba ako?
Ha? Sino naman nagsabi sa'yo niyan?
Kasi ma, lagi na akong inaasar sa school eh. Ampun daw ako ma eh.
Anak, di ba sinabi ko sa'yo huwag ka magpapa-apekto sa sinasabi ng iba?
Pero ma, sabihin mo sa akin ma, ampun po ba ako? Ha? Ma! Ampun ba ako? Ha? May paliwanag mo po ma. May paliwanag mo, bakit may 4 na baso ako sa likod?
Matagal na namin itinago ito sa'yo, anak. Pero sa palagay ko pa naman ang malaman mo.
kanina, there are 4 stages of cognitive development. So, we're down to the 3rd stage. Ano naman ang meron sa pangatlong stage ng cognitive development?
So our 3rd stage is concrete operational stage. This stage is characterized by the ability of the child to think logically but only in terms of concrete objects. The concrete operational stage is marked by the following. Decentering, this refers to the ability of the children or the child to perceive the different features of objects and situations. Reversibility, during this stage of concrete operations, the child can now follow the certain operations that can be done in reverse. Conversation, this is the ability to know that the certain properties of objects like number, mass, volume, or area do not change even if there is a change in appearance. Seriation, this refers to the ability to order, to arrange things in series based on one dimension such as weight, volume, or sizes.
Sir, at this stage, are they more
because
mature?
they know how to rearrange their thought or they know how to classify things and concrete operational structure, parang predicting what happened next. Also, they know how to reverse an action by doing the opposite. In this stage, they know more about their self and they know that the thought and feelings are unique and important. They learn how to put themselves in others, like in someone else's shoes. It means they know how to concern or they know and they are concerned to others. Yes. Yes.
Babangon tayo, susulong tayo, babangon tayo,
pagbabanat ng buto, todo-todong pagkakayod. Dahil pag may tinanim, tsak na may aanim. Tanim na kape ay iinom, sa tulong nyo di susuko. At ang pagbangon natin ang gigising sa mundo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Dahil ang pagbangon natin ito ang gigising sa pangarap mo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo. Babangon tayo, susulong tayo.
Babangon tayo.
We are down to the last stage of cognitive development, which is the formal operational stage. Can you tell us what is happening on the last stage of cognitive development?
Okay, the formal operational stage is the fourth and final stage. This stage covers between the age 12 to 15. It is characterized by the ability to formulate hypotheses and systematically test them to arrive at an answer to a problem. Here, they can now able to answer an abstract problem and can hypothesize. And this stage characterized by the following: the hypothetical reasoning, the analogical reasoning, and the deductive reasoning. So in hypothetical reasoning, they come up with a different hypothesis about the problem. If you're going to do one thing, you are going to think kung ano yung possible na kalalabasan or magiging consequences. For example, you are going to make a project with your groupmates. Then mag-iisip kayo kung saan kayo pwedeng pumunta at gumawa. Then someone will think na sa library, pwede sa cafeteria, or sa bahay na lang ng isa sa inyo. Then here you will deal with the question, what if? What if sa library tayo gagawa? Bawal maingay doon. What if sa cafeteria? Mahal ang mga bilihin doon. Then here you will decide na, okay, sa bahay na lang ng kasama natin. So that is in hypothetical reasoning. So in analogical reasoning, it is a specific way of thinking based on the idea that because two or more things are similar in some respect, and probably they are also similar in some further respect. So for example, one example is the kid know that the bird has a feather, and if he saw the chicken has a feather, he will think the chicken is also a bird. So the last one is deductive reasoning. This is the ability to think logically by applying a general rule to a specific instance or situation. So for example, all countries near the North Pole have a cold temperature. So Greenland is near at the North Pole. Therefore, Greenland has a cold temperature.
Sa mga nanay sa bahay, saang stage na kayang ating mga anak? Kung may mga katanungan kayo, just tweet using the hashtag 4 stages of cognitive development.